Hey, you ready, Keys?
Let's get it.
Get on your feet, Tiger fans. Let's get loud. Let's go. Let's get active. Let's go.
Yo, 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 we back again for another one.
Yeah. We back to close out 2023 with a bang.
Yeah.
It's your boy V-Keyz,
It's your boy Be Easy.
and this is the You
Played
Played Though
Though
podcast.
All right, man. Let's not cheat him. Let's not cheat him, Keys.
What we got, man? Hey, don't cheat me tonight, man. Hey, we work too hard to be cheated, though.
Hey, man. Hey, man. So, as everybody knows, man, the season is coming to a close, coming to an end. We about to start these bowl games, and we about to start these playoffs, man. But this is officially episode 16. So let's
Yeah.
go ahead and cheers to it.
Cheers to that. There you go. Hey, we hell with it, boy.
Boy, time, man. Keys, boy, Keys.
I got to write that one down today, boy.
You might have to write that one down, boy.
Man, we
write
gonna
that
get
down.
into
Get
that
my
later,
notepad,
man. We just having a ball, you know. we got we got Monday Night Football on,
Yep.
per usual.
Who we got, Keys?
We got the Eagles, the reeling Eagles at the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
No Geno.
Jalen under the weather.
Yeah, he playing. This is Jalen flu game. It's 10-3, early third.
Yeah.
So the Eagles have been reeling. They got blown out by the Cowboys. They got blown out by the 49ers in back-to-back weeks.
Yep.
So they need this.
They need it. They needed to clinch.
Yeah.
I think Seattle needs it to stay in the hunt.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot has been said in the media about the Eagles not being a real contender and have been squeaking by all year. They sitting at 10-3. I mean,
Well, here's what I think about that. I think the Eagles are made. They're made for the playoffs. Just like when people say explain that in NBA terms.
yeah.
It's like when the NBA team, like, you kind of just coasting a little bit. You just coasting and kind of, as long as you got the third seed at worst, you good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know the NFL is a little bit different. Like you want home field advantage and all that, but I feel like the Eagles are just built for the playoffs. So the bigger games this year that they got blown out in, I don't think they was up for them. I just think.
Yeah, I mean, if you're really looking at the Cowboys have looked good for a while. They had momentum, but they just got shellacked.
Well, they've looked good at home. That's it.
Yeah.
On the road, it's Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah.
They just got blown out by the Bills.
And I think
yesterday.
I think the Eagles match up well with them. And you're right. I think the Eagles really looking at we just want to be healthy. We want to be healthy in the playoffs. We think that we, have a good, solid team, defensively, offensively, special teams that we can make that push. So.
Yeah, I think there's a switch they can hit. They came off, a close Super Bowl loss. And on the flip side of that, them Chiefs ain't been looking. They just beat the Patriots. I mean, who ain't beating them? But they haven't been.
They falling apart at the wrong time.
They haven't been looking good. They have no receivers. You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Oh man.
I mean, the agent. I know you mad. Like your boy Kadarius Toney. That ain't your boy,
Tony,
but
man. He continues to have the same situations, man.
he trash.
He gonna give Mahomes a pick though.
Yeah,
Don't worry about that.
He good for that. Like, he gonna line up all sides and or cause a pick. So, and then they just had another receiver go out on IR today. I forgot his name, and then our boy Justin Ross got in trouble early this season. He not even playing. So
Yeah.
this would be a big role for him had he been had his stuff together, man.
Yeah. I mean, and with a quarterback like Mahomes, you want to have your best receivers on the field. And they traded Tyreek, and now they dealing with the woes of that, right?
Yeah.
Kelsey can only do so much, right? They know he's gonna be a big target. And Taylor Swift was in the building, and they squeaked out with the win.
Keep it a buck, man. I'm tired of her. I'm tired of the storyline. All right, we know he hit. We know, like, Hey, don't cheat us, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
don't
you
cheat
know,
me, man. Look, give me the whole story,
just
man.
give us a story, man. Don't cheat us,
Yeah.
man. Give us a story, man. Like,
Hey, we're gonna go ahead and move on, man. Before we get in trouble out here.
yeah, I was about to say something real risky, but I'm
Um,
gonna save it. It was about to be real risky,
yeah.
but
All right, Keys, man. Let's go. Since we're watching the NFL, let's go ahead and talk about these playoff teams. We have
Yeah.
a few teams that have already been eliminated from the playoffs. Jets have been eliminated. I mean, I could have called that one. And the Panthers got eliminated, man.
surprise, surprise.
Surprise. Hey, man.
Hey, man, the Panthers have been eliminated since week 3, bro. So it ain't,
right.
it ain't, and the game, the tickets were, we never seen this in our lifetime.
Was it like 53 cents, 54 cents, something like that?
45-cent tickets.
45-cent tickets, man.
It was a big rainstorm in the Carolinas yesterday. That contributed, and we're playing the Falcons. Don't nobody want to see the Falcons.
It's a divisional
and we
game.
trash.
Yeah.
So man, it was like literally, bro. Like literally, it was probably about 1,000 people there.
I was gonna say, did you think about copping some tickets?
Scattered. Nah, I didn't think about it.
No?
Nah, it didn't cross my mind. Didn't even cross my mind because, it don't matter as the Seahawks to score right here.
Yeah.
They're getting ready to tie it up at 10. Okay, we got a game up there.
We got a game.
Seattle. Kenneth Walker the third.
It's a good one on Monday night because, like we said earlier, the Eagles need this so that they can clinch that bye week, right? In the NFC, and Seattle needs it so they can stay alive. So,
Yeah,
no
so
Geno tonight.
we're gonna go AFC first.
Yeah, let's go ahead and
Playoff standings.
the AFC. I did not catch the game last night. I know that was it Jacksonville and the Ravens.
Yeah, the Ravens were at Jacksonville, and man, our boy Trevor was still struggling. Man, he had 2 fumbles.
Yeah.
They just couldn't get it together.
Just bought the O-line golf carts, and
Yeah.
I know he won his money back.
So yeah, man, the Jaguars, they dropped the ball again. That's two straight L's. They lost to actually 3 straight L's. They lost to the Bengals on Monday night when when Trevor got hurt.
Yep.
And then they lost to the Browns and Joe Flacco. We're gonna get to that in a second.
A lot of backup quarterbacks
Last
getting
week,
some wins
and
out
then
here.
last night, Sunday Night Football, they lose to the Ravens, Lamar Jackson, which on the flip side of that, it may thrust Lamar into the front runner, one of the front runners of the MVP conversation.
so?
He got to be, man, because
Man,
they're sitting at 11-3.
They gift wrapping this as a gift present to Brock Purdy, and I'm not saying he don't deserve it.
Yeah, we'll get to him.
Yeah,
We'll get to that and that whole NFC.
but
But they did clinch though. Baltimore clinched at least a spot.
Yeah, Baltimore clinched. I think they're the only team that well, no, the Eagles have clinched. They're just not number 1 seed as of yet.
Yeah.
San Francisco's holding that one. But let's talk about the Miami Dolphins. I mean, in AFC, man, definitely in the Jets division, it's not happening because you got Jets, Patriots, Bills, and
Well,
Miami's got that one clearly.
Tyreek didn't play yesterday. Had the ankle injury still, but he'll assume to be healthy. I think they got the Cowboys next week.
Yeah.
I think they host the Cowboys next week. We can look that up, but Tyreek will be back for that, and I expect to beat them because the Cowboys is trash on the road, which we discussed that earlier.
Yeah. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, man. And man, Micah Parsons, he's in the media every week with his podcast, commenting. He didn't like the way the media portrayed the Cowboys, but yeah, you're right, Keys. It's Dallas at Miami. So
4 o'clock game. That's on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, we gonna see.
Oh yeah.
We gonna see.
Is that Saturday or Sunday? Because they do have games on Saturday.
Yeah, that's a
we can
good
make
point.
sure.
We just had some this
That's Sunday.
past
Christmas
week.
Eve.
Yeah. So look like we got what, a couple matchups. We got a matchup on Thursday, of course, Thursday Night Football. New Orleans at the Rams. Not really interested in that one. The Buffalo Los Angeles game, I think, is going to be important, and also Cincinnati and Pittsburgh because they're in the same division.
The Chargers, they trash. So
Man, it's over with, man.
If Buffalo losing them, they don't deserve to make the playoffs.
Nah, they don't. They don't.
Um,
They. I'll say this, man. Tomlin, man, they on a losing streak, man.
it was whispers about him being on the hot seat. I don't know, man. Like, they really haven't had a solid quarterback play all year, really for 2 years, kind of. But
I was gonna say the Panthers will take them.
yeah, we will. And then the quarterback, he got suspended for the season for that dirty hit. He put on the Colts yesterday.
Who's that?
They suspended him for the season. DeMontez, forgot his last name. One of the Steelers DBs for like a nasty targeting. And Tom Brady came out and spoke. Oh, this is blah blah blah. Hey, Tom Brady, shut up.
Yeah, you can't really talk about nothing, man.
You can't talk about nothing about the league being soft because you started it.
Yeah.
You the reason why there's the tuck rule. You the reason why nobody can touch a quarterback.
Yeah.
You the reason why all this junk is so soft, bro. So shut up.
That's why we playing flag football right now.
Camera in my end, right here.
Tom
Brady, shut up. You the reason, bro. Nobody can touch you. You was the golden boy. Nobody can touch you.
Yeah, man.
But everybody was, but when Cam Newton and cats like that was getting touched up, no penalties, no flags.
It's that LeBron.
But let somebody tickle you with a feather. Oh, 15 yards.
Yep.
We seen it all the time, bro. So shut up about the league being soft or anything that you got to say in regards to the league being soft, quarterback, anything, bro. Shut up.
Yeah. We're not trying to hear it, man. It's like the Jordan rules out here. Can't touch you. But anyway, man.
Take that for data.
Hey, man. Speaking of Cam Newton, man, how do you feel about the comments that he made about game managers, Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, and the heat he was getting for that?
Yeah. Let's touch on Superman real quick, man, because there's absolutely no problem. Oh, and real quick, we have a fake tush push by the Eagles, the first one we've seen all season.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, it's coming back though. So Cam is being criticized unfairly, in my opinion, about having his opinion about. Matter of fact, it's not coming back. It was on the Seahawks, but having his opinion on the quarterbacks of today's game, who's like that and who's not, basically.
Yep.
So, if anybody's qualified to talk about that, it's a former number one pick, a former MVP of the league, a former Super Bowl.
That gives him more clout than anything.
Quarterback.
Right?
Yeah. So.
Because he definitely was not that. He was not a game manager. He was the
and I seen like, bruh, put that prime Cam on this 49er squad. What they doing? Put prime Cam on the Cowboys or something. You know what I mean? Like, bruh, come on, bruh. Like it's different conversations. So he's been, and we get it, man. Cam has said a lot of stuff over the last couple of years. Like, it makes him look salty, right? Because he's not in the league. And the last time we saw him, he did get. Matt Jones took his spot. Yeah. And Matt Jones, he got benched this year. He been trash. So, in all fairness, Cam has had a great career, injuries, and but he had his decent moments when he did come back. I mean, he had some okay moments, but
he did, but he can't. He's especially because he progressed in age and everything like that. Like he's taking a lot of beating, right? Like he was carrying Carolina for all those years. You can't take a quarterback like that and expect him to put the whole team, the whole franchise on his back again.
Yeah,
they have not progressed with gaining more talent. The wins that he was able to bring to the city did not translate into, star power, wanting to come to Carolina. You don't have owners that want to win so bad that they're like, hey man, whatever we got to do to attract talent, we're going to do that. Whatever we got to do to trade up, make sure that we have the talent on the field to put a good product out there. You just didn't have that, man.
So, in the spirit of that, and then I want to see what you think. I'm tired of, of course, all the talking heads on TV, the Stephen A's. As of course, they get their name by what they say, how they say it, do all this.
Be so matter of fact with it too.
But unless you played it at that level that Cam played it at, which very few in the history of the game have. Let's just be real. Like, it's only
MVP level. MVP level now.
Yeah,
You're
like
not,
it's
you're not
it's
just
only.
talking about
I mean,
regular quarterbacks.
it's one. I mean, how many repeat? I mean, Aaron Rodgers got 4 of them. Peyton Manning. You know what I mean? It's only a handful of players who have multiple MVPs, and it's only
MVPs that have been to a Super Bowl as well.
right in the same season. So we can. I don't know how many times that's happened in MVP season, and you go to the Super Bowl.
Well, not only
But
that, you only have so many franchise quarterbacks, right? Like a quarterback
Yeah.
who has
number one pick.
number one pick, all the expectation, take a team to the Super Bowl, take a team to the playoffs, and is definitely a
Consistently.
franchise. Yeah, consistently year after year. So there's a lot to unpack there.
So my thing with the talking heads on TV, and some of them are former NFL players too. That's talk. Of course they wasn't as good. Like
They be talking spicy
Foxworths,
though.
Dominique Foxworth, and the guys. They were decent players, but
Mm-hmm.
come on, wasn't nobody no Cam. You know what I'm saying? Like the impact, and you win an MVP
Yeah,
and voted number one player in the league by your peers, like in the NFL Network Top 100. So I do have a problem with journalists and sports media criticizing a former MVP's opinion just because they think, oh, he's salty, he think he better than such and such now, so that's why. Like, nah, it don't gotta be that.
you,
So what you think?
you know what I think it is? I think it's the fact that when Cam, a lot of these players that are retired now, they look and say, man, once I was over the hill, I knew I was over the hill. Why can't you just come to the realization it's over for you?
Mm-hmm.
When Cam is looking at these players, he's looking at them like, hey, if you give me what you gave them, what they have right now, you mean to tell me that I can't do some of these same things, especially in a backup role, right? If he's sitting, but who you got behind Jalen Hurts that can do what Jalen Hurts doing, right? And that's really what he's looking at. He's like,
Pass.
you got these backups in the league, right? That's just there to just,
Hold the clipboard. Jesus is like Charlie Whitehurst's shout out.
like
But,
teams ain't competitive no more.
let's go
man.
Swift.
They're not competitive no more. They put all eggs in one basket. If Aaron Rodgers get hurt, our season's done.
Yeah,
Our season's done, right?
yeah. That's
So
and
the Vikings, you got
Kirk Cousins went out.
Cousins went out, season done. I mean, at least they went to get Dobbs, but
And they, he had a little splash, but then he got benched. We got a tush-push touchdown, Eagles, of course. 17-10 Philly, midway through the third.
how you feel about the noise they talking about banning the tush push?
It's whack.
Yeah,
Don't ban it because we can do it. Nobody else can do it. That's we can do it. Nobody else can do it. That's
yeah. They want to they just want to take the fun out of football, man.
Imagine Cam with a tush-push. He need the tush-push.
Cause he gonna jump over the pile.
Yeah. So
But anyway,
yeah, go back. Let's talk about the AFC playoff picture again. Though. Let's keep going down that line because
yeah. So we talking about the standings, and we just talked about Miami.
yeah. So the Bills, I was kind of vocal about them early this season that they windows closed. But Josh Allen has come alive of late.
Yeah, it's more the supporting cast has stepped up as well. So
I saw this. I'm gonna ask you. I saw this. Who you taking right now, Stephon Diggs or CeeDee Lamb?
based on output, I'm gonna have to take CD.
Yeah, I'm taking CeeDee all day because Stephon would just be talking, bro. Like he's good, but I think he think he like prime Nuke.
Yeah,
He's not that, bro.
To me,
not that.
you know what this reminds me of? You remember when T.O. went to the Bills? Everybody know what T.O. can do, but you're not on a team that's gonna really be able to utilize your talents like that. So Stephon is good, but force feeding him the ball is not the answer, right? And he doesn't. Is he drawing double teams? Is he able to get his teammates open because he's drawing double teams? I don't think he's really.
And you know what though? James Cook has been balling though. Out the
Oh, yeah.
backfield. He's been balling.
Oh
so
yeah.
that's been a big part of the game. Shout out to our boy Shaq Lawson,
Oh yeah.
still holding down that DE spot. He's been balling and anchoring that defense too. So former Houston standout Ed Oliver has been balling in the middle of that D line too. So Buffalo, I mean, they making me eat my words because they just blew out the Cowboys at home.
It's opportunities there, man. They was nice last year. They kind of started off shaky this year, but to jump on that Stephon Diggs train again, I think that if he's not careful, he gonna write himself to be one of those receivers that's more trouble than what he's worth, right? Like
Yeah.
it's stories coming out that you're not getting along with the quarterback.
And we talked about that before at the beginning of the season. We talked about that
Yeah,
about him and Josh not having the chemistry.
And they had a little argument on the sidelines. They got caught. Like, it's clear that Josh Allen is the franchise quarterback. So you kind of gotta chill and play nice if you're going to
Yeah, he ain't
get
going
your
nowhere.
numbers
Yeah.
right. Like,
So then, man, so we have a big tie, like a big little mesh
yeah,
between.
this is like 5 teams, man.
Like really, we can really go like from down the Chiefs down to the Bills. I mean, because you
Chiefs down
got
to the Bills and sneakily the Colts
yeah,
are right in the mix.
sneak.
I don't think anybody's checking for them. I ain't checking for them.
Nah, because all the issues with Jonathan Taylor, he was out.
Is he hurt? Is he not hurt? Is he?
But I mean, because what Gardner Minshew, man, shout out to Mason Cam. It is what it is. Talk they just posted. Gardner Minshew had a major pause moment that they posted.
I ain't.
I mean, I do got the audio, but let me try to recount. I think he said
Is it PG?
is PG, but he was like,
Is it Paul George out here? PG-13.
when you're getting. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring it up.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm gonna pull it up just for the viewers because like it was hilarious, and Mason Can don't play with the pause button, bro. They don't play with that. Here it is right here.
Two dudes, it's not great, not ideal pause, but all good. After getting hit by, two dudes, it's not great, not ideal pause, but
He called himself.
Hey,
He
at
called
least
himself.
he had the self-awareness to understand how wild that sounded.
Yeah, so he called himself like when you're getting hit by two dudes. Wow, pause.
Yeah, man. He's like, it's rough in these streets, man. It's exhausting.
He's
Like,
I was hell time.
he said, "Don't cheat me though. Don't cheat me, man. I gotta write
I gotta write that one down.
I gotta write that one down, man."
Oh man, but yeah, golly. So and I've been very vocal about the Bengals not making the playoffs this year, but
Chasing them, they had a
Jake
good
Browning,
game, man.
the backup quarterback, has actually been looking good, bro.
T. Higgins had a awesome touchdown catch.
Bruh,
Man.
shout out to our boy T, dog.
Grown man type.
T, we see you. We still got to get you on. Shout out to T, who made
Keys wants you
maybe the player of the year this year so far.
Keys wants you in Carolina, man. Keys wants you in Carolina.
I'd rather have him in Jacksonville now.
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Say you want, yeah, man.
Put him with Calvin Ridley.
Oh yeah. Whew. Oh.
So the Bengals, they're kind of proving me wrong too with the backup quarterback because once you lose, so I got a couple questions for you. So
let's do it.
So this has been a weird year with injuries. A lot of people got hurt. A lot of quarterbacks is out.
Everybody hurt.
So let's go Browns Bengals. So Deshaun Watson been out. The Browns signed Joe Flacco, old Joe Flacco, who was on the couch. But Joe Flacco been hooping, though.
He been hooping.
I'm going to keep it a buck. Joe Flacco been hooping, though. He got 2 straight dubs. And one of those is over Trevor Lawrence.
Fool's gold.
And then they just won. They just beat the Bears yesterday
Fairy
in a comeback win in the fourth quarter.
It's fairy dust.
So, so you got Joe Flacco, and then you got Jake Browning with the Bengals. Deshaun, Joe Burrow went out several weeks ago. So my question is, if they with them keep winning, does that? Well, especially in the case of the Browns,
Yeah.
do they look dumb with giving Deshaun all that bread? Because I'm like, well, shoot, we got a 38-year-old quarterback and we winning.
Nah, that just says that next man up mentality. The team is going to galvanize afterwards because it's like, hey, we're having a great season still. We don't want this to be it. You got Deshaun out there, you're gonna feel a lot more comfortable. Like you got a better opportunity, better chance. With an older quarterback, especially like Joe Flacco, even though he got a Super Bowl, we know what he is, right?
10 years ago.
Yeah, he's straight game managing, right?
Yeah,
Like
he is. And
he doing a good job. But hey, man, if you that guy, if you was that guy, you should have at least something in the tank. But game to game, put a couple hits on him. Pause.
so, all right. So with the Bengals, all right. So we know the Ravens are going to win the division.
Mm-hmm.
The Steelers, I mean, they're sitting at 7-7, but they still in the mix though. I mean, we got 3 weeks left in the season.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since Tomlin didn't have a winning season.
Yeah.
So
But he hasn't won a playoff game in years.
yeah,
So
he don't have the supporting cast. I don't care what Marquette, what Queez got to say. The team ain't the same.
So as of right now, who's number 2 in the AFC North? The Browns or the Bengals? As we close out, 3 weeks left in the season. Browns, Bengals, or Steelers? Who you guys number 2 seed?
It's tight, but I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I know you picked them not to make the playoffs, but I'm gonna have to go with the Bengals
Because our boy T out here showing out.
because T's showing out, Jamar showing out, and they got the younger quarterback, man.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. And we got the Bengals and Steelers Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be a big one. The Steelers offense has still been just a struggle bus.
Yeah. Man.
But then, all right, so let's go AFC South, where our Jaguars, man, like they reeling right now too, man. They done dropped the last 3
Yep.
in a row.
Sputtering a little bit. I don't know if teams have started to figure them out. Once you get so much tape on the team, you start understanding how to better game plan for them. I don't see Etienne getting off like he was. I don't know if they're nicked up or whatever, but they're right in that position where they made the playoffs. I think they made the playoffs last year, barely.
Of course,
Right?
Yeah, and they had the epic comeback.
Yeah.
The Chargers.
Yeah. So, yeah, you want to see them do well. So they got to show up. They got to show up, man. The last few games it's not been pretty.
I mean, because you got the Texans, they got the same record. It's 8-6, 8-6 out of the AFC South, and they split in the regular season. Houston won the first one in Jacksonville, and Jacksonville won the second one in Houston.
With a rookie quarterback.
So I mean, come on, Trevor. Hey man, come on, dog.
Yep.
Etienne's had a great season. I think Kristen Kirk just got hurt last week. So I think he was out yesterday. So we'll see what his status will be like.
So I was trying to
That'll
see.
be another tight race.
Yeah, I was trying to see. Fact check real quick to see who they had this week. It's week 15.
16, Christmas.
It's 16 is Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. You right. The 20th through the 26th. So who Jacksonville got? Do they got a bye? No, they
had
playing
the
Tampa
Bucks.
Bay. I think they got an opportunity. They got an opportunity there. Now, what's your old quarterback name? God.
Baker did his thing yesterday.
Yeah, he
I ain't
did.
gonna lie.
He did.
He did his thing yesterday. Set the first quarterback ever in Lambeau history. First visiting quarterback with a perfect quarterback rating.
Mm-hmm.
With 3.8, I think he had 381 and 4 touchdowns. So I mean, we get props when you balling, but
It was up there. It's just him and Aaron, man. But yeah, it's gonna be real, man. So you got Cleveland at Houston. So that's gonna be a tough one for Cleveland. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a tough one for Cleveland
yeah,
and the Bengals.
yeah. Let's run them down like the Christmas Eve slate because this is a big weekend playoff wise, standings wise.
You got a lot of teams. You got a lot of teams that got a lot to play for. So the Cowboys are at Miami. We talked about that earlier.
That's an L. I'm gonna go ahead and chalk that one up.
Oh, they're gonna take the L.
Yeah, they're taking the L. They can't play on the road.
Yeah, man. So we just talked about Indianapolis. I mean, they playing ATL. ATL just took a loss to the Panthers. So
Minshew go down to the A and get that dub and got the Colts still afloat.
yep. And Seattle got a quick turnaround.
Yeah,
They got to play Tennessee.
Titans. Will Levis went out the game yesterday, so we'll kind of see what his status will be. I'm not sure if he. Lane Johnson, left tackle, rolled up on. I think he's straight though for the Eagles.
Yeah. But that's pretty much. Well, you got your Christmas Day matchups. You got the Raiders at Kansas City.
Well, let's not sleep on that on the Chiefs division though, because Denver is still in the hunt too. I mean, and they got the Patriots, so that should be a dub.
Should be easy dub.
At the crib, Mile High, and it's a Sunday night game, Christmas Eve night.
Yep.
I don't agree with that timing. I don't agree with that time slot.
Yeah. Well, they know who to give it to, right? Ain't nobody gonna be up watching that.
I mean, they should have gave that to Dallas at Miami for the night game for Christmas Eve.
You think
but
so?
The Patriots at Denver, that's not sexy.
Nah.
So,
it's not, man. But at the same time,
they said Future gonna be there.
oh yeah. I wouldn't doubt it. But
We got no Christmas though. What's the marquee?
so the marquee game is probably that Baltimore and San Francisco 8:15 prime time.
Ooh, okay.
That's gonna be one of them ones, man.
Call it right now.
Man, I'm taking Lamar.
You taking Lamar?
I'm taking Lamar, man.
Okay.
A lot of noise been talked, and I guarantee you this. I guarantee you, like you just said, this last win, has probably put him back in the MVP conversation. If he's able to go down in San Francisco
Front runner.
and beat Brock Purdy and that San Francisco team, that's it, man.
I'm taking the 49ers.
You taking the 49? You think they got a better team? It's just all around better team?
They all around better.
Lamar got to play perfect, man, for them boys to get the win.
And I was gonna say this earlier about about how I think the Eagles are made for the playoffs, so they kind of just once you 10-1 the regular season, all right, we in. So
we're just trying to stay healthy at that point.
We could lose a couple games and we win the one we need to win to get the number 1 seed. Cool, but the 49ers, could this be? I think they're more talented than this statement that I'm about to say, but could they be picking too soon?
That's a good point, man. You want to play your best ball towards the end of the season.
They have arguably the most talented roster in football, but at the same time, the playoffs is a different animal. We know that. When it's January, February, it's when you got to go up. Let's see, San Fran, they go, if they got to go to Philly, I mean, if this global warming hold off, we want some snow playoff games. That's what we want. We want some weather games. You know what I mean? So
I'll say this, and this has not been talked about yet, right? San Francisco is a very deeply talented team. They got Kittle, they got Debo, they got McCaffrey.
that D line is a monster too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They got an awesome defense.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot has been said. If Kyle Shanahan ain't able to get over the hump, what does that say from a coaching perspective? Do you just say, hey, we just didn't make it, or are you going to go another year without the results that you were expecting? He got to be held responsible. He got to be held accountable, right?
He do, but
You think he got too much cachet?
he has a talented enough team to where ain't nobody thinking about, like to that effect, in my opinion, as far as like, well, if you don't get done this year, because they lost the NFC Championship game last year. Brock Purdy got hurt in Philly. But Debo talked that cash a couple weeks ago. He said, well, if Brock ain't get hurt, we would have blew him out. And what they do with Brock, they blew him out.
Yeah.
So,
So you say Cal ain't going to get that Tony Dungy treatment?
Nah. Like I said, that's a question to be asked. Like, are they picking too soon? Or does our talent just overwhelm regardless of that, and they can just go through the playoffs and cruise to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think they're picking their spots, right? Where okay, you got Debo getting off one game, 4 touches. You got Christian getting off the next game, over 100. And they're just kind of They are just kind of cruising, to be honest, right? They got a great defense. Regardless of how you feel about Cam's, comments about managing the game, Brock is doing a great job doing that.
He doing his thing though. So
Yeah. So as far as
um,
the NFC, man, it's tough billing. You
but
got them, you got the Cowboys, you got the Eagles. It's tough billing, man.
oh yeah, because we still got to talk about the NFC playoff picture. But another Christmas Day game that's a little sneaky to me. And the Raiders is at Kansas City, and so that's been like the Max Crosby, Patrick Mahomes. They little beefs in between games, like the game in between games between them. That's been pretty interesting. And the Raiders is coming off dropping 63
Yeah,
on the Rams, 63.
they got a new energy.
So,
They got new energy, man.
and with the Chiefs, it's a 1 o'clock game. That's what 12 Central, early Christmas game.
I gotta see Kansas City put a nice, complete game together because
True.
it feels like they just kind of sputtering.
Yeah, it's ain't really been nothing complete. So, I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders came in there and gave them a game and even pulled off the upset on Christmas. I wouldn't be surprised, but because like the way the Chiefs receivers been playing, bro, like it ain't been cute at all. So
It hasn't. It hasn't. It's one of those teams like when you got to bring it back to the NBA, when you got a team that's just so good on offense and they just don't play, like winning defense, you have to put up points. You have to get that defense keep that defense on the field, and it's just like your boy Tony ain't gonna be there next year. I don't think he's gonna be there next year.
nah,
It's
I don't
just
think-
too many.
He got to be gone, bro. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they try to make an acquisition somewhere. I mean, because they could have got Nuke. Imagine if they had Nuke, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be none of these issues.
Yeah,
Cause he balling with the Titans.
yeah, he's balling with the Titans. He's not gonna be demanding like number one receiver money, but you probably almost guaranteed to be going to the playoffs, going to the Super Bowl with him.
So I got my eye on that game too. But
Yeah.
let's get into that NFC picture because we was talking about it. We went in depth with the AFC.
So, like we just talked about the Eagles. The Eagles have clinched, and so has San Francisco. They really fighting for that number one seed, that bye week.
And for that number one spot.
And I don't think either one of them want to have to play the Cowboys, but I think they both feel like they can handle the Cowboys if they had to.
On the road, I mean, you don't want to play the Cowboys when they at home because like they're a great team at home.
At home
On the
cooking.
road, it's been treacherous.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this, Keyz, because not a lot of people are talking about them, but they've been having a great year. They started off hot, kind of mellowed out, but are still kind of in that race. The Detroit
The
Lions
Lions
are making some noise. You think that they can sneak in and
and get
make some noise?
in general, or like as far as like you talking about home field advantage type noise.
Home field advantage type noise. You think it's too late?
It ain't too late. Pull up their schedule. Let's take a let's see who they got the last 3 weeks of the season,
Yeah.
and then
Let's see what they working with real quick.
because that will determine.
At 10-4.
It's in the 4, and they got the same record as Philly.
Yep. They got the
So,
Vikings. They got
yup.
the Vikings away. They got the Cowboys away, and then they got the Vikings again at home. So they probably getting two. They got a chance to get. I don't know, man.
2 out of 3. I mean,
gonna
at the
be hard.
Cowboys,
It's gonna be hard to beat the Vikings twice.
at the Cowboys, it's gonna be tough because like I said, at home the Cowboys have been great. They've been averaging 40 a game. But Dan Campbell got in the boys. He like, hey, bro, I like Dan Campbell. He's a player's coach. You know what I mean? Like they fight for him. They ride with him. If you can get the Vikings twice, which is in with 3 weeks span, it's kind of hard. You kind of figure it might be a split.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
if they get them twice and just lose, if they do 2 out of 3, And then who Philly got? Let me see.
Philly, I think they got the Cowboys. Do they got the Cowboys again? No. They played the Cowboys. I think they might have the
They already played them
Giants.
twice. Yeah, they got the Giants.
Yeah, so
Giants twice.
they got the Giants twice and they got the
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Ooh, that could be 3 dubs though.
Yeah,
That could be if they really want to wrap it up.
yeah,
Wrap it up. Like that could be. They could go 3-0. They could.
Yeah.
So
they definitely got opportunity because the Giants ain't making no noise. They are who we thought they were, or are who we thought they are, and Cardinals kind of the same situation. So this is probably their last toughest matchup, to be honest.
and then go back to the main picture for the NFC because if
Yeah.
I'm saying if I'm painting like the top 4 seeds right now, it's the 49ers.
Yeah, 49ers, Eagles, Cowboys, and
Eagles, Cowboys, and then Lions.
and the Lions. Yeah,
And like I said, the Lions could be ahead of the Cowboys because on the road they might be a better team than the Cowboys is on the road.
yeah,
So, and then a little further on than that, it's just
yeah. It's
Ain't
kind of
no-
middle of the pack after that. We're not looking for LA to do much. Not looking for the Saints to do much.
the Bucks ain't doing. And whoever win NFC South, they ain't
Yeah,
congrats.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dang. Where that Kawhi at? But yeah,
The Vikings, Rams, Saints.
the Bucks might end up getting it.
So
They
the
might
Seahawks
end up getting
at 6-7. That's what they got tonight. So if they do pull out this upset tonight, that'll be a big boost to them because like if you're looking at that middle of the pack, I think you like the Seahawks with a healthy Geno will be the best team out of that pack in the middle.
Yeah.
So really, the NFC it's a 4-man race.
Yeah. Because I don't see anybody. You got the top 3, top 4 teams. I don't see those middle of the pack teams really challenging them like that. They're not beating the Cowboys. You definitely not beating San Francisco or the Eagles.
But the AFC, like I think we said this kind of early in the year. Like, man, like in recent years, man, like this has been a stacked AFC.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the quarterback injuries, like the backups have come in and been serviceable, and
Yep.
the defenses have been good enough to
I
get
think
wins.
that's what's made the difference. Really, is the defenses. Miami, they just got a lot of firepower.
Because you got nine AFC teams with at least 8 wins, and it's only 4 NFC teams with 8 wins or more.
Mm-hmm.
You got 9 in the AFC, and then after that you got 2 with 7 wins.
Yep.
That's still in the hunt. So
And I think injuries had something to do with that. You got a lot of quarterbacks getting hurt, a lot of running backs just getting hurt out for the season. But yeah, man, like you said, there's some teams that's peaking at the right time and some teams that aren't, and that is really kind of opening up the playing field for the playoffs, man. So excited. So let me ask you this, man. We talked about who we had at the beginning of the season coming out. It looks like we still have the Eagles playing well. You got San Francisco playing well, and we talked about Baltimore. We talked about the Browns, and we said Kansas City isn't gonna make it. We said that
yeah,
the Bengals wasn't gonna make it.
the
So
Bills.
right now, still pretty confident in who we think is coming out of the AFC. And
I mean, because we both picked Jacksonville, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big. They done took 3 L's in a row. Bengals, Browns, and Ravens to the whole AFC North. They lost 3 in a row. So Trevor, we know Trevor's not 100%. He's giving it a tough go. I really think he should have sat out the Browns game,
Yeah.
but he hasn't missed a game in his career by injury, so I know he want to keep that streak alive.
Trying to be Iron Man.
But even if you start, all right, let him start, get the streak, and sit down. You know what I mean? Like we got bigger plans for you in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like that.
You got to protect the player from himself, man.
Yeah, because at this point, I mean, you can win the division, yeah. So I mean, y'all can still win the division. I don't even know who their backup is. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
Jaguars, but right now, I don't think the Chiefs gonna make it to the AFC Championship game by lack of wide receiver play,
Yep.
and I don't think the Bengals gonna make it. The quarterback ain't experienced. I mean, he's a young quarterback, but
They're right on the cusp. So is Joey B out? Is he out for the rest of the season? Or?
yeah,
Oh, he
yeah,
gone.
he gone.
Okay.
So, I mean, so we got the Ravens, Dolphins. I don't think Chiefs gonna make it. Browns, I don't think they gonna make it. We picked the Jaguars. So you throw a healthy Tyreek in there. We got our boy Christian Wilkins anchoring that D line.
Yep.
So I mean, that's a.
Yeah.
I
I'll
have to
say
go to
this.
Dolphins.
At this point, if it's not Lamar or Trevor, then I don't think Miami may have an opportunity, but I just don't think they complete enough. They got a lot of firepower. I don't know if the defense is going to be enough for them to get the dub. Not that the Ravens or Kansas City have a better defense, but
They got Jalen Ramsey back there too, right?
yeah, they got Ramsey back there.
I mean, so he's still rated as one, a top corner in the
Yeah,
league.
he been doing his thing.
So I mean, if Jacksonville don't make it, I'd like to see the Dolphins go ahead and get in there.
Dolphins. Yeah, I mean, I
The
just
Ravens.
yeah, I just hear so much about the Ravens, man. Shout out to Blaze. He be giving Lamar a hard time because he doesn't have a whole lot of playoff wins. But we gonna see, man. We gonna see. Right now, they're at the top of the pack. So we gonna see. NFC. I think we took. I think maybe we both took the Eagles. Did we both take the
Yeah,
Eagles?
we did. We had the Eagles versus.
Eagles in Jacksonville. Is either
Well, NFC Championship game. I think I picked. Did we pick Eagles and 49ers? NFC Championship game? Before the Eagles got buzzed down by the 49ers?
Yep. Pause on that.
I think that's what we picked, but
Yeah, we can run and take back.
yeah, we can run the tape back, but as we stand right now in week 15, with the Eagles losing 3 straight games, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, 2 straight games. They 10-3. Ooh. I mean, the 49ers are clearly looking like the class of the league with their talent, but like I said, had they picked too early, we don't know yet. Philly, I think, they started 9-0 or 9-1, 10-1. So once you get there, you can kind of coast. All right, we building for the playoffs. You're going to have your nicks and bruises. Jalen was sick. So, like I said, I really don't think they gave they all them last couple weeks. They got blown out. I'm like, all right, we built for the playoffs. We know why we here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I think they're kind of saving themselves for that and just kind of
Playing
doing enough to be competitive and like, if we can win, cool.
Yeah.
But these last 3 weeks, I feel like they know they can get the number 1 seed because they got the Giants twice and the Cardinals. And, the Cowboys got to go to Miami.
Yep. And they split with the Cowboys, right? So.
Yeah, they split with the Cowboys, and I don't know who else the Cowboys play outside Miami the last 3 weeks. Because, I mean, Dallas has a chance to win the NFC East.
Yeah, at 10-4, but let's see. They lost to the Cardinals, the 49ers, and the Eagles, right?
On the road.
And the
Terrible
Bills.
losses.
So they got
They
got Miami, the Miami Lions, and the rest. Sorry, the Commanders.
Reds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Washington.
Washington.
Well, they about to be the Virginia Commanders or whatever. Shoot. I mean, that's tougher than the Eagles schedule.
Yep.
Because you host the Lions, a good team.
They're coming off a loss and they playing in Miami, and then they come home and play the Lions.
Coming off a loss in Miami, they're gonna be playing the Lions.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. They got tough billing, so either Cowboys gonna cowboy or it's or it's their year, like we always hear.
Cowboys always on Cowboy. We said that at the beginning of the year, and I stand by it. I guarantee it.
Yeah. Got high hopes. We gonna see. But Keys, man, I think that pretty much sums it up, man. We got some really nice games on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and it's really got a lot of implications for the playoffs. And I'm here for it, man.
Yeah. So this may be the last episode before the new year. So we like to wish out happy holidays, Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy New Year
New Year.
to everyone, all our listeners, followers, subscribers,
Yep.
and everyone, no matter who your team is. Go Tigers, of course.
Go Tigers.
Um,
Man. Holla at us, man. Jump in the chat, man. Ask us some questions, what you like to see for that 2024. We coming back bigger and better. We got some special things in store for y'all. We're going to get out. But, hey, man, thanks for locking in with us.
yeah. And we out of here.
Yeah.